Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So today I have my Mockingbird Beauty Mockingbird palette, and I want to create a fun kind of winter wonderland look with this. So for those of you who don't know, this palette is part of the makeup brand that I started, so holds a super special place in my heart. But I will say I have been loving this palette, especially for this winter time of year, because you get your blue shades and then your cool tones, and I think they're just perfect for this time of year. So I will have my website linked down below if you are interested in checking this out and picking this palette up for yourself. So the first shade I want to start out with is the light blue. This one is called Imitation. And I'm going to pick this up on a pretty fluffy brush and just start working this through my crease. I find that it works best to build these shades up kind of a little slower, and they definitely get to a really nice desired pigmentation. But I feel like taking small amounts and building up works really well with this formula. I also want to say I'm sorry I didn't post last week. I was sick and I just didn't really feel like posting. I don't know if you can tell my voice is still a little scratchy, but I am feeling much better, so hopefully getting back into the swing of things. All right, the next shade I want to take is Songbird. And this one is going to go slightly lower in my crease. And I'm working on winging this out a bit in the outer corner as well. So once again, just going to take smaller amounts of this product and start building it up. And I will be taking this all the way across my eye as well. But I do want to focus a lot of the pigmentation right in the outer corner. I want this to be kind of a dramatic, smoked out look out here, so I'm just kind of dragging it out and then also kind of diagonal on my lid, bringing the shade. And I will go ahead and blend out with the lighter blue as well. All right, the next shade I want to take is Artful, and I'm going to be focusing this one right in this kind of diagonal portion to just slightly deepen up and add in this kind of more cool toned gray shadow. And once again, just kind of working on smoking this out. I'm not being super precise with the placement, but just within this general area right here. Grays are not usually a favorite shade of mine, but there is something about this one that I absolutely love. I just love the pigmentation of it, and I think the color's really nice. I tried to go for a little bit more of a brown undertone within this one. So I'm not someone who looks really good in super, super cool tone grays. So I really like the slightly warmer undertone to this gray. I'm going to go back in with the previous shades as well and just work on making sure everything is nice and blended before I start on the shimmers. All right, next I want to take Bird's Eye View, and as I do with all of my shimmers, I'm going to pick this one up and then wet my brush with it. And this one is just going to go on this open space on my lid. Just really pack it down. These shimmers do work just on a dry brush as well, but I like to spray all of my shimmers just to get that extra added impact. So just going to work on building this one up, and I will go back in with the matte shades and kind of soften this edge as well. I'm going to bring this slightly higher than my lid too, just because I want a nice shimmery inner portion of the eye. And I just really love this shade. All right, then like I said, just going back in with these matte shades, starting with this gray in this outer corner, and then I will work on the blues more up in the crease just to add back in this pigmentation. All right, then for the inner corner, my personal favorite shade, and most people I've talked to that have used this palette, this is the shade Innocence, and it is just the most gorgeous kind of light lilac-y purple shade. I am obsessed with how this shade came out. It is even better than I could have imagined, quite honestly. I did hand design this entire palette, but the actual impact of the shade I was just not ready for, and I'm obsessed. All right, I'm debating if I want to add these shades onto the lower lash line as well. I'm a little nervous because I really like how it's looking, but I might add just a little bit of blue really tight to the lower lash line and see how that looks. So I think I'm going to take Imitation, which is the lighter of the two shades, the two blue mattes, and just run this really tight to my lower lash line just to add in a little bit of this blue color down here. All right, here is the final look. I'm going to go add some mascara and be right back. All right, here is the final look. I love how this came out. Like I said, I have been loving doing these kind of more blue tone looks, especially for this winter season. I think they are just perfect for this time of year. Not that you can't do blue looks all year round, but I just feel like I'm more inclined to use them in the winter. So absolutely loving this look. I also did kind of a more frosty eyes tutorial, which was a little lighter, and I just focused on these two shades right here and loved how that came out, but I also love how the added depth looks with this one. So super happy with how this turned out. Let me know what you guys think down below. And once again, if you are interested in picking up my palette, I will have the website linked down below. And thank you in advance for any support you can show me. I truly appreciate every single one of you. Give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future uploads. And with all of that said, I will see you in my next video. Bye!